Hey guys, I apologize for the air conditioning noise that you might hear in the background, but it's hot, man. It's like 113 degrees out here in Imperial County as I sit in my truck baking in the sun. Look, a lot of you have been sending emails, text messages, phone calls, and making notifications to me on this channel. And the content of most of the questions relates to the Qualified Manager Qualifying Experience Form 31A8 or 31B8, I believe, for the private investigator or private patrol operator Qualified Manager certificate. A lot of you have been asking me about that. BSIS, the Bureau of Security Investigative Services, the licensing branch for private investigators and private patrol operators in the state of California, they rarely ask for proof of the hours in the form of a pay stub or a W-2 form. What they want for the most part is a qualifying experience form that I just discussed. Now, the qualified manager for the company that you work for is going to have to sign that form under penalty of perjury. So if this person does not tell the truth, then this person can be held liable for penalty of perjury, which is a felony, a very serious crime. You can't have somebody lie about your hours. Okay. BSIS usually goes by this form. Now, out of the hundreds, maybe close to thousands of people that I help pass the private patrol operator or the private investigator exam, maybe 2 or 3 people have been asked by BSIS to provide pay stubs or other proof of employment. And usually, if you provide a questionable answer on some of the forms, or the state has a question, or they're not really certain of your experience, and they're going to ask for proof, and then they're going to make those phone calls. They might make a phone call to the qualified manager and ask about your experience, but very rarely, you guys, maybe out of hundreds, maybe close to thousands of people that I help, maybe 2 or 3, maybe 3 at the most, have had that happen to them. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Some of you have problems with the qualified manager. I get that for the company you work for. Those of you who are in the private security field, it's a cutthroat industry, okay? We know that already. And to get your qualified manager to sign off on this form, it's an awkward conversation, because some PPOs, private patrol operators, might view this as direct competition to them. And it is competition in a way, okay? Private investigators are a different breed. Qualified managers, the companies of these organizations, some of them want you to actually have your own license. So they'll fill this form out without a problem. They want the liability thrown back at you, and they want to more or less hire you as independent contractors rather than employees. And that's why they're inclined to do that. But I'm telling you, private patrol operator industry is a cutthroat industry. You're going to have to approach boss. Hey, boss, sign this, or can you fill this out? Will you be able to attest to my experience? 2,000 hours I need for the private security guard experience. And a lot of them will flat out say no, or they'll just delay it. Yeah, no problem. I'll do it for you. And then, a month passes, a year passes, 3 years passes, and they never do that. So look, every qualified manager is required by state law, the Business and Professions Code, to complete this form and to sign it if you do have that experience. Now, if you're thinking about having the state BSIS enforce this law on your employer, good luck to you on that one. I haven't seen it. That doesn't mean that it never happened, but it's rare for them to use their resources to prosecute this person who refuses to fill out your certification of experience form. What I've seen in the past, if you explain to BSIS what is going on, sometimes, actually many times, most of the time, they'll accept the W-2 form. I'm sorry, the W-4 form. Okay, and then that's the form that your employer gives to you at the end of the year so you can file your taxes, or the pay stubs. And you can use that method as well. Okay, now if there is no hourly calculation on your pay stubs, you can't total the hours that you need. You're gonna have to go by the maybe job description and maybe some testimony, possible declarations from other workers that you work with. You might have to use that, but that's the best way, is to use the pay stub that has the hours on there, and then you just calculate it for the whole year. It's a son of a bitch to do, but you're gonna have to do that if you want your certificate, you want your license. Okay. EDD, the Unemployment Development Department, the state of California, every time your employer reports wages, they also keep a database of that. Every quarter they'll have a calculation of the amount of money that was paid to you. That form is a hassle, or that, I want to say that record is a hassle to get, but it's doable. Contact the Unemployment Department for that form, or that document, I'm sorry. You can ask for it through them. And then maybe if you find out, maybe you get some type of record that has your hourly rate on it, and then you from that EDD record you show how much money you earned. Do some math and show BSIS that you accumulated this many hours. Okay. Hey guys, if it sounds like I'm just thinking and talking, I kind of am. I don't have a lot of opportunities to make these videos, so if I'm stuttering or if I forget what I say, I apologize in advance. I just want to clear that right now. Again, this is the only time I really get to do these videos is when I'm on the run. I got a full-time job and actually a couple of other jobs that I do to earn my wages. You guys, another strategy to use when you're on good terms with your employer, you have that good relationship with them. Once you have that year for private security work, or that 2.5 to 3 years of private investigation work, get the qualified manager to sign off on the certificate, so that, and even if you're not planning immediately to get your license, just have that form ready, available, so that when the time comes, let's just say you end up having a bad relationship with the qualified manager, they already completed that form. And then you could just send it to BSIS. So always have that form handy with you. Those of you that work in the government sector, public sector, as soon as you have those hours, have a manager complete it. Somebody that's above you, have them complete it, just have it with you, even if you don't intend on getting your licenses. That way, again, if you have a bad relationship with your employer in the future, unfortunately, it happens to a lot of people, you still have them complete the form. Okay? Something important also on the qualified manager form, most of the time they're not going to accept subcontractor work. So if you fill out the box as a subcontractor, yes, you're probably not going to allow you to work under. They're probably not going to issue you a license. And that's because I had this conversation with somebody else the other month. If you put yes on subcontractor, you're telling the state that you worked illegally without a PPO or PI license. Okay, you cannot subcontract PI or PPO work to a subcontractor. Okay, it's a little trick that they put on that form, so just be really wary on that. And then you can't lie, you guys. You lie, you die. You can't make up the content on the forms. I had a couple of private security professionals reach out to me, and they're going to work for the major companies, the major security companies, just get that 2,000 hours of experience. They have their full-time professional job, maybe in human resource, or just something professional, or something that pays the bills right now. And then when that time comes, they're going to get the qualified manager certificate form filled out. Okay. Now, for the most part, BSIS is going to require the qualified manager of your security company or private investigator company to fill that form out. Okay? Sometimes they'll let a supervisor do it, sometimes they'll let HR do it, but most of the time they've been wanting the qualified manager. Again, there's always exceptions. Contact BSIS if you have that issue. Those of you who have been reaching out to me that you can't get a lot of your questions answered by BSIS, I'm not going to apologize for BSIS. That's on them, you guys. I have a lot of answers, but they're not always the right answers. Don't reach out to me. I can't give you the appropriate answer, okay? You got to ask BSIS, and I think they only have one person working. I think her name is Robin, and she's been working there for a couple of years. I think she's one of the only technicians out there. You know, hopefully she stays well, she stays healthy, so she can keep helping you guys out. But unfortunately, you're stuck with just like one person, okay? Unfortunately, that's the way it is. So if you have questions, please comment below. If it's a question that's not answered in my other videos, I'll be more than happy to answer them. I don't have a lot of time to answer you guys on text messages and phone calls and emails. I'm just running out of time. A lot of the questions that you guys asked have been answered already. So just kindly, if you could just put them in the comments below, and I will answer them as soon as I can. Okay? If you like this video, please press the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. You guys, even once you get your license, you might miss an important update. As a last disclaimer, I do not work for BSIS. I am not an attorney. I'm not your professional consultant. Please consult with those respective professionals. Sometimes I provide the wrong information in the video. Okay, if I'm wrong, then I'll put it in maybe in the comments or the description. Have a great day, guys, and stay cool.